Awesome, man. Awesome. Awesome, dude. Great having you here. It's cool to always connect with new people, and I love meeting people and connecting with people that move fast. Like we talked like a couple hours ago, and here we are. Not like, oh yeah, maybe in 2 weeks. Like this is how I roll with speed.
This is how I roll too, man.
How's everything over there? You're in Boise, right?
Yeah, I'm in Boise, yes, sir.
Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, this is your first podcast, or you've been
This is my
done a
first
few,
call.
or
This is my first one ever.
hell yeah, man, let's go. That's good, dude. So you're in between jobs right now, or
What do you mean?
no? I mean like between clients that you're working, or
Yeah, yeah. Right now I'm at a client's house. Took a little break to do this podcast.
okay, awesome, awesome. How much time do you have just to make sure
I
we?
have a limited time 'cause I'm almost done.
Oh, okay, cool, 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 awesome. Yeah, man. So basically, the entire deal is just to keep this super raw and tell us a little bit about your story, what you're doing, how long have you been doing it for, what's worked for you, what hasn't worked for you, and share some knowledge with the people who are maybe starting out or behind you that you can always provide value to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Awesome, man. So, well, let's get started. Like, first things first, how did you get started? How
So
did you get
yeah,
started in window cleaning, man? Or
I I've been in the trades for a while, as I mentioned, doing manual labor, and I've always just liked working with my hands, being outside, actually seeing the results of work at the end of the day. And over time, I just realized I didn't want a job like that where I was constantly destroying my body and everything, or making a dollar for somebody else.
hmm
I didn't want something like that or start a business like that. I wanted something I could build for myself, something where I could control how hard I go and what I make out of it. And after talking to a couple of my blue collar friends and people of the community, I opened up cleaning. I'm still pretty new to it, but I have a great mentor. So yeah, I'm building it from the ground up because I like being outside. I like working with customers. The face to face aspect of it is what gets me going, and I think it's the right fit for me.
yeah, man, for sure, being face to face is awesome. How long have you been doing it for?
Couple
How long ago
months.
did you start the business?
Couple months.
Oh, okay. Nice, nice. So that's awesome, man. Congrats.
Thank you.
So you started the business when, like January, February?
Yeah, beginning of this year.
Okay, and right now it's just yourself, or do you have a crew?
It's just me.
Okay, awesome, awesome. And okay, since you're just getting started, like how are you getting clients right now, or what are you doing to get leads?
Right now I am advertising on Facebook, Yelp, Nextdoor, as well as Google. Those bring in clients. The retention is about 10 to like 3. So not very big, but with those
Hmm
3 leads, usually 1 or 2 book. And then from those bookings, I've gotten mostly word of mouth. I have yard signs, I have flyers. I On the weekend I go out and put fire people's doors. I hand out cards. I'm going to storefronts. I'm knocking on doors. I'm just talking, get my name out there as quickly as possible, as hard as possible.
Hell yeah, yeah. Like they say, the more hands you shake, the more money you make.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's interesting because I, I bet you've seen it, but everybody in the groups is always like asking like, what are you doing to get clients or what's working best? And then some people ask like Facebook or Google, whatever, and some people say, yeah, Facebook sucks. Some others say no, it sucks, and there's always like that dilemma.
There is. I mean,
What's
it's
yeah,
hard to like ask that question because one person's success doesn't measure how yours is going to be.
yeah, yeah. So how many clients do you have right now, roughly?
Top of my head, just thinking about it, recurring wise, about 30, and total
Nice.
50 with 20 one times.
Okay, good. So yeah, you've been like the recurring ones is it's over 50% of the clients you've got. So obviously that means you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
So like from those clients you've gotten, what would you say has been like the best strategies to get them, and the ones that work the best, and the ones who work the least?
For acquiring leads or clients.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been honestly going door to door, like not like soliciting. I'll put flyers on doors, and if you're outside, I'll simply talk to you. I also have this rule of thumb. If I'm at a house, I go to the left of me, to the right of me, and across the street. So I just knocked on 5 different houses that can actually see my work from just looking out their window.
Okay.
And that works. I usually get one or two off of doing that.
Okay, nice. Yeah, because you just you just did the work and they can just see it right in front of them.
Exactly.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, pretty it's funny because usually the simplest things are the ones that work the best and the ones people don't want to do.
Exactly.
Do you are you giving them like a specific deal for the first time clients or just like nothing or how does it
I
work?
do. I give first time cleaning discounts just to acquire that lead. Usually from anywhere depending on size and condition, 10 to 15%, which adds up.
Yeah. Yeah, but who cares? Because at the end of the day, it's not for that specific deal. It's to get the customer and then keep them coming back.
Exactly.
Nice. So from all the strategies you mentioned, you'd say that old school knocking on doors is the most effective one.
It is depending on your community. Like so around here in the Treasure Valley is where what we call it. We're it's really close, tight knit, and you get a lot of people doing that. Where some people are like, no, absolutely not, slam it on your face. But due to the community and depending where you go, it works out.
Yeah, and also depends on your skills with people, because at the end of the day,
Yeah,
it's
you
about
could
how
be
you
the
talk
best.
to people.
Yeah, you could be the best window cleaner in the entire world, but if you have no personal skills, you're not going to get anything.
Yeah, 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 for sure. And have you had a interesting experience knocking on doors with somebody that got a little crazy?
Yeah, they slammed the door right in my face and told me that, and screamed not to come back ever.
That damn.
Yeah, I mean it happens. It's the name of the game.
Yeah, you just cannot. You just can't take it personal.
Nope, you cannot.
Because maybe the person was having the worst day of his life, and then
Yeah,
everything was on top of the person's mind, and then you knocked on their door, and then it's like they blow off on front of you, and it's nothing to do with you. They didn't even know who you are.
exactly.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, and the reason one of the biggest reasons I'm doing this podcast is because there's a lot of people like, the $1 million question is, how do I get more clients? What's the best way? What's working? What's not working? And like, for example, you're new to this, but obviously, like you compared to somebody that has zero clients, you have a lot of value to share to them,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
But obviously, like so far, what's been like the thing you've these months that you started the business that you're like the most proud of?
I guess the most earliest struggles I've experienced so far. At first, my first 2 months was getting traction. No one knew who I was. I had no name. I had no reviews. No nothing. So getting my first 15 clients was probably the hardest part of the entire business.
Yeah.
I even offered to do. I did it for 3 people. I did them for free just to get pictures and reviews.
Okay.
Yeah, I dedicated my time just to get, you know, proof that what I'm doing is it works. It's great. And from those three, it just exploded.
So, and are those three still clients of yours?
They are recurrings.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Well, that's awesome because a lot of people never want to do free work, but like it works.
it does.
Like if you're gonna clean their windows for a year, who cares if you do it for free once? At the end of the day, it doesn't even matter.
It does it. It's going to pay off eventually because that one person may refer you to 3 different people. Now you just made triple of what you would have did for free.
Yeah, you got referrals, you got reviews, you got social proof because maybe you can even take photos there's a strategy like where you can even take a photo with the client and post it on Facebook and tag them so their friends see it. Like there's so
Yeah,
much you can do just by getting your foot in the door.
exactly.
So like those first three, how did you get it? For maybe somebody watching this that they're like at zero, they want to get the first three customers. You got them for free, but was it like friends, people you knew, knocking on doors? They came from social media or
The first one I did ever was my neighbor. I simply walked
okay.
up to my neighbors and asked them to do it for free, and then that neighbor referred me to his brother, did it for free as well, and then a person across the street saw me doing it. I did theirs for free, all in the same day.
Damn, nice. And those three turned into how many would you say so far?
From those, if I had to guess, without pulling up a spreadsheet for tracking, I want
Yeah.
to say I got like maybe 12 to 13 off of those three.
Damn, damn. So yeah, for people who want to get their first 10 customers, pretty simple blueprint. Do it for free for the first three, ask for referrals, and there you go. Knock on the doors.
Another blueprint people can use that have no clients. You can walk on into any strip mall, and say, "Hey, I'm in the area doing window cleaning. I can give you a free quote right now." Simply walk to the front, count the window panes, give them a quote, and you do say, I have my stuff right now," and you do it.
Hmm, nice. For sure, man. For sure. So that's it. That's a simple process, man. It's sometimes it's interesting because like the simplest things are the ones that work, but are the most uncomfortable. Because nowadays, like it's uncomfortable to go and talk to a random person and pitch on whatever you're doing. Like people don't like doing it for some reason because it's just uncomfortable and it's easier to like make a post on a group or whatever. But obviously, if you just do it in person and offer something for free, it's gonna be the fastest way to get traction.
It definitely is, and there's gonna be some days where it's slow. Um, and if it's not consistent, it's okay. It happens to all of us. But you gotta treat every job like it matters, because at the end of the day, that word of mouth reputation is everything in this kind of business.
Especially since there's a lot of competition right now, or I don't know, in your area, is there a lot of competition or not that much?
There is and isn't. Professional wise, not really. But anybody can go buy a squeegee from Home Depot and say they're a window cleaner.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And you got to learn the pitch so you can sell it and differentiate from somebody who just went to Home Depot and got started. Like that, you're gonna charge more because you're gonna do a better job because you have experience and you are the real deal, not just somebody who just decided to do this today.
Exactly. I mean, granted, that's how I started, but
Yeah,
I shadowed somebody for a couple of weeks, so I can learn like removing hard water. That could be a challenge. You have to either,
yeah.
use a quad zero scrubber, a scraper, but you have to be really careful because calcium can get underneath the blade and scratch the window. There's a lot behind it. So not everybody can just pick up a blade and say, "Yeah, I'm a window cleaner."
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And you mentioned before that I don't know if you said the word CRM or whatever, but how do you structure the business? Do you have like a CRM, just a spreadsheet, or old
I
school
do. I
style,
use
or
Jobber for all my invoicing, dispatching, card payments, quotes, everything. And if anybody would like, I can send them a link to get a month free.
okay, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, so it basically seems that you already had like you had your mentor, you had the experience, so it's been like a little simpler transitioning to being a business owner, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so like
I
starting
mean,
from zero, zero, zero.
yeah. I mean, I'm still learning a lot how to run a business, like behind the scenes. Like I don't like QuickBooks. I think it's a waste of time software. It's confusing, hard to learn. I made my own bookkeeping software, my own profit and loss sheets. That's the stuff
Nice.
you're not trained for or prepared for, and you literally got
Hmm.
to make your own systems and figure it out on your own.
Yeah, for sure, especially starting out. And so what would you say been what would you say has been like the biggest challenges or the biggest challenge so far? Because it
Um,
seems you've gotten traction real fast in terms of like getting a bunch of new customers. Like most
so
people wouldn't
far,
get 50 in a few months.
yeah, so far, besides client retention, is probably pricing. because you're gonna see some
Really?
people who charge more premium prices and some people who charge absolutely nothing. And it's good to stay in the middle between those two because you're not the cheapest, you're not the most expensive. So pricing is definitely the hardest part of the whole process, and knowing when to up your
Mm.
pricing.
Yeah. What's like your average ticket right now?
Average ticket for like 18 windows is anywhere from 260 up to 300, depending on what they add on. The most ticket
Uh-huh.
I biggest wise was 367 because they had a lot of hard water spots.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good.
but it just depends. But I mean, like with commercial, it's obviously a lot cheaper, but there's more windows and they're more size. And if you do a strip mall, you can do like 60 per storefront, and there's six of them there. That's good money.
Yeah, exactly. And mo money is better than no money at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Like if you're just starting, sometimes you cannot just be as picky as and be like, yeah, no, I won't do that. Like you gotta earn that first,
Exactly.
right? So you're pumped now that you're working for yourself. I can imagine. It's
Oh, yeah, it's
a
great, man.
new lifestyle.
I wouldn't change it for the world. I mean, there's late nights where I'm up all night doing marketing. I'm messaging customers. I'm sending invoices, doing scheduling. There's a whole lot behind it, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah, yeah, because it's like you're now, chasing your own goals, living, doing this on your own terms. It's your business. You're building something. They are your customers. It's like you're in control of everything. So
Exactly.
yeah, 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 yeah. That makes sense, man. And what do you prefer, residential or commercial?
Um, I prefer both commercial for the ease of access because usually I try to stack my commercial jobs. Well, they're all next to each other, so I can just go from one to the other or the other. But residential has higher ticket jobs than commercial, so
Yeah,
they both have their own best benefits. I think what's important is to find out what you like more. I like residential due to like nothing's gonna be the same. Like one day I'm cleaning screens, one day I'm cleaning tracks, or I'm even cleaning blinds. With commercial, it's a window.
yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true, man. So
Yeah,
in terms of what would you say has been like your biggest mistake starting?
my biggest mistake, um, undercharging. I mean, you're gonna undercharge the
Hmm.
first couple of jobs. You really are. You just got to learn from it and bite the bullet and move on. Like a good rule of thumb I have is if oh my god, with these prices I have currently, I'm booked out 2 weeks. Let me up them, not by a lot, dollar 50. Up them slowly. And we start get booked out with those
Hmm.
prices. Up them again. Biggest mistake is not knowing your pricing or what you're offering.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And would you say that's just because, like, you think that pricing is just about how confident you are in the work you do,
Yep.
or
And you're in
that,
the service you're
yeah,
offering.
yeah, yeah, because pricing is all about confidence. If you're not
It is.
confident in your service, people are gonna tell, and they're less likely to pay it. Versus if you know you're the best at this, you're like, yeah, this costs this because I'm the best. Like, obviously,
Yeah,
you
if you
should buy
walk
it from
in
me.
with your chest held high and say, "Hey, it's this much," and you don't budge on it, say, we have a first time discount. Like you don't say, "Oh, that's too much." Oh, say, "What?" You don't. If you go and say, "Hey, it's 267," they say, "Oh, that's a little too much." You say, "Oh, I could do it for less." Don't ever do that because now to them, you're the budget cleaner.
Yeah, and you never want to be the budget option.
No, you never want to be that. Stick to your
Yeah, because
price, be confident, and do your job right.
yeah, exactly. Because at the end of the day, like people are not gonna keep hiring you again and again because you charge a few bucks less than the other guy. If the other guy maybe charges more, but he's always there on time, he's always doing a great job. Like at the end of the day, that's what people want, and they're always gonna pay a little bit more or a bunch more for that. And there's always gonna be a cheaper option. So like, if you're the cheapest option, then you're still not gonna succeed most likely because there's no margins.
Exactly. Like, I mean, yeah, you could be really cheap and have, multiple jobs a day and barely break even, or have three jobs and go above your profit margin.
Hmm. Hmm. Do you have a specific KPI right now for X amount of jobs per day per week?
I try to get at least 3 jobs a day in, depending on
Hmm.
if it's residential or commercial. I only have 2 route days a week. I don't want to fill my days full of routes. I like one-time
Hmm.
jobs because they're higher tickets. I have my
Hmm.
route days, which is Wednesday and Friday, and then
Okay.
Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday I have one-off jobs. Or if I have no jobs that day, I go out and market, pass out 500 flyers.
Yeah. Yeah. And let's talk about flyers versus social media. What do you prefer?
Flyers. Definitely, because you have the chance of getting in front of somebody. With social media, it's slow, and if you're running ads, it's expensive, and there's no guarantee you're gonna get any ROI off of your ads.
Okay, but you feel it's like more certain to guarantee an ROI from flyers because you're handing them out in person.
Yeah, and you have the chance to actually get in front of them and talk to the person if they're outside or they answer the door and it goes well. Within the first 30 seconds, you're gonna know if that person's interested in your services. And if they are, you gotta find a way in to say, hey, I have all my stuff right now. I can do it right now. And I
Yeah.
like that because you've came prepared. With social media, they gotta schedule it. You gotta get a free quote. You're already there. And flyers. You're talking to them,
Hmm.
you're seeing you're a person, and you just that's I think it's the best way in. And like I spend 7 cents a flyer and I have
Yeah.
tons of ROI off of that.
Yeah, because also in person you can show them your personality, and then it's a much easier sale if you're good with people versus online it's a lot harder because you're just a random name on a screen.
Exactly. Like for Yelp, we spend close to $500 a month in ads, and we're lucky to get 4 people off there.
Really? Oh wow, yeah, that's not good.
I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. I mean, because off those four, two might refer me. So now I got double the investment off of that.
Yeah, no, and that's the mindset for sure. If it's profitable, it's profitable. Even if it's not the
Exactly.
best campaign, if it's working, bringing new people, they're referring, like, wh- why are you gonna stop it?
Exactly. I mean, is you have to find out what marketing like if you're using Yelp, if Yelp's working for you, don't go invest in other advertising service if Yelp's working for you. Like don't go get in Yelp, Facebook. At first I did, but to measure which one was gonna get me more business.
Correct, correct. And which one of those you did Facebook, like organic or running ads?
I ran ads on Facebook, Nextdoor, Yelp, and Google. Nextdoor brought me tons of business, so I started advertise on there. And Yelp's probably second upcoming. I don't use Google too much or Facebook anymore
Hmm.
because they didn't have any investment. There's a lot of people reaching out and not ever responding.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah. So Facebook didn't work as well. That's
Because
crazy.
Google wants like 1,000 a month, just put you on top of search results.
Yeah. Yeah, it's expensive. And so
It
on
is.
Facebook people were reaching out, but they were not like responding
More
back and
responding.
scheduling.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's interesting. And what about like SEO and Google reviews?
I try to pump Google reviews whenever I possibly can. But like my opinion is if you're asking for a review, it kind of feels like, hey, I need this review. If you did a good enough job, they'll leave you one without even asking.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
I
so
have tons of people saying, thanks for not asking for a review and being pushy about it. And they leave me a review without me asking.
oh really? Okay. You
Mhm.
you had that happen a lot.
Oh, a lot.
Damn. So yeah, it feels like people, well, I guess it depends on how good of a job you do and how you ask it at the end of the day. But yeah, I feel you for sure. People can get a little pressed.
Your work could be, subpar. It's all about your personality. If you going like, talking to them, asking how their day is, actually treating them like a person, not like, I mean, at the end of the day, they're a dollar sign, but treating them
Yeah.
like, you're a person, I'm a person. I'm just here to talk to you and make sure you're satisfied with what I'm doing. And that goes a long way.
Yeah, right. Because I mean, in fact, yesterday, I was with my brother and a friend, and we were talking exactly about this. That nowadays, basically, no matter what business you're running, there's so much competition, and everybody's doing the same thing, basically. That the biggest thing that's gonna make you differentiate yourself is like the relationship you have with the person.
Yeah, like memorize their dog's name. Stuff like that. Like, oh my God, hey Susie, how are you doing? Memorize the small things, and that goes a long way.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, the little details, because like for example, even if you do like maybe the job was not perfect and they're like, hey, this wasn't as perfect, and you're just like fix it immediately and you have a good relationship, like it's fine, it's no big deal.
Yeah,
And then like changing you to somebody else or switching provider becomes so expensive because it's like now I have to try somebody new that I don't know, and maybe they're not gonna be as good, or maybe they're gonna be better, but they didn't show up on time. And it's just a huge risk that if you build like a solid relationship, people are it's very hard for them to change you because they like you.
they like
And
you. It's very
we don't
hard.
want to change people who we like.
Yeah, no one. You don't go changing your doctor every 5 minutes because you don't like your doctor.
Yeah. Or the vet.
So, like example, like if I go to a customer's house and I see they have a package outside, I will bring their package inside. Here's your package. It was outside. Or if they're elderly, I'll sweep off their porch for them. It's just a small. It takes 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes nothing, but for the customer it's like,
It means
wow,
everything.
this guy's awesome.
Yeah.
So always over deliver and go the extra mile.
Yep. Always over deliver, but not on your services, but just your personality. Be more personable.
Yeah, and I feel like for example, how old are you?
I'm 26.
26. Yeah, like right now it's people are having a harder time like developing social skills because of all social media and being talking to a screen every day, scrolling, watching videos. That if you can manage to get like be good with people and build good relationships, it's gonna be so much easier to stand out versus the person who is just doing the service. Because like it's not like there's just like one window cleaner in the area. It's like, oh well, yeah, we're screwed. This is the only guy. It's not like, yeah, if you don't perform or you don't build a relationship, people can just be like, yeah, I'll just find another one. But if you have that relationship, they won't do that. You would have to screw up really bad, really
Really
bad.
bad.
Yeah, that it's almost impossible. Like
Yeah, exactly.
you you almost have to try to screw it up.
Yeah, literally.
Nice, man. Well, I like to ask this question that if you were to start again, how do you do it? But like, I guess we just covered that because like, pretty simple. Like, knock on doors, offer it for free, get photos, get referrals, knock on the doors to the right, to the left, in front of every customer you visit.
Yep.
And what
And
else?
another thing I started doing recently, if I if my customer will let me do it, I'll put a yard sign out front for like 2 weeks, and I'll clean their screens for free. It takes 30 seconds to screen, and now you're advertising for free for 2 weeks.
Yeah, for sure. And you feel those have worked for you?
It does work. I've gotten maybe 3 phone calls. I track my referrals pretty closely, so I always ask, how'd you find us?" And they usually tell me.
So, what are the top two to three sources, 2 to 3 ways people find you?
Sorry, I have no idea what happened there. It was weird.
Oh, no worries, no worries. Yeah, no, I was just asking, since you track that, what's the number one way people find you?
Without me doing any, it's word of mouth.
Yeah, Susie told her friend, her neighbor, and boom, they called you, texted you.
Yeah, they usually call me like a day or two later.
Nice, nice. Yeah, because nobody wants to clean their windows.
No, no one wants to do it.
That's why it's a good business.
So it's the benefit, and as window cleaners, we can offer more services. You can do gutter cleaning. You can do, power washing, soft washing. All kinds of different
Hmm.
services, especially during like the winter, snow removal. Even like raking someone's yard in the fall. It's these small things that you can add to keep you busy year round.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. What are your plans for this year? You have any specific goals or offering other services, or what's the goal?
Uh, my long term goal this year is to get a small team alongside me so I can do double the work and services with quicker, turnaround time.
Yeah, hell yeah. Nice, man. Well, the other window cleaners
Yeah.
better watch out, man, because from what you're telling me, you're coming in strong, and
Oh
that's the
yeah,
most
man. The only way to
that's
do
the
things.
all, double or nothing.
Yep, literally double or nothing. It's like it's Vegas in here. All in.
Yeah, all in. Either you win everything, or you're screwed. Basically, that's the best way to do it.
It is.
Nice, man. That's awesome. Well, no, dude, it's been great. Do you have any specific like any tip or anything you'd like to share for somebody that's starting out? Um,
Don't get discouraged because no one's calling you. Your phone will ring eventually, but you just got to keep your head up.
mhm.
One client can lead to 10, but don't throw in the towel because it's not
Mm.
working in the first couple months. It
And
it takes years to get where most companies are.
yeah, no, I love it for sure. And if the phone's not ringing, what should they do while it rings so it starts ringing? Because I think this is the spot where people fail and
If it's
just do
not
nothing.
ringing, go out and make it ring. Knock on doors, hand flyers out. Go make it ring.
Shake hands, basically.
Yep,
Stop hiding behind the screen. Just the easy way.
exactly.
Give me a second. It's going. Dude, awesome. Dude, I appreciate taking the time to be on the show. And yeah, man, keep crushing it. I'm sure you're gonna be one of the biggest in your area. And let's keep getting it, man. The year is just starting. There's a lot of time to finish strong.
There is.
And hell yeah, man, let's do it.
Sweet man, I appreciate you having me on the show.
For sure, man. Appreciate you. Talk to you
All
later,
right,
man.
later.
Take care. Bye.
You too. Bye.